show you is how to fix the blur issues that you guys might encounter when you're setting this up. So it's gonna show you on the screen anyways how to do this while you're setting it up. But one of the things that you guys have to adjust is this, the space between your lenses. And you can do that by this right here. So that's gonna be different than your Meta Quest 2. A Meta Quest 2 or an Oculus 2, you do that just by doing it by your hand. You kind of squeeze them in and then pull them apart. Right here you have this instead. So there's a wheel. You guys notice that this moves apart. So the space that I use between my eyes and you guys will be different. Mine might be around there. Or you guys could use the lowest setting, which would be there. That's the tightest. Or some of you might use the highest point, which is there. You guys can see that difference. So there you go. So just adjust it. And this is something that you guys can only adjust it once you put it on. And you can play around with it. But that's the adjustment that you guys have to play around. Also, right here on the side, you're gonna notice this. So all this I'm gonna show you right now will fix any blur issues that you might encounter. If it's not blurry, then you guys should be okay. You might not even need to adjust much or anything. So this is kind of hard to show you, but here we go. Right here on the side, you guys will notice this. See how that dot is white? So if you press here on this button, same goes on the other side. So on this side, there's a button. If you press those two, you guys can just pull this out and that will make extra space, okay? So that's something you guys can play around with. So right now, if you take a look at it, and just try to focus that in. This is kind of hard to show you, but we're gonna try. So see how that dot moved one up? So it was on 2, and right now it's on 3. I can move it to 4 by just pressing here and going up. But I have to do the same thing on the other side. So you have to go on and pull it up. And I know it's not that easy. It's not that hard either, but it's not that easy. They did not make this that easy. But if you slide it up, there we go. It's gonna go to the last one actually. Let me just focus in there. And that's the last one. That's just the spacing. That's because maybe your eyelashes are touching the lens and it might help with the blurriness too. Anyways, you guys can adjust that so many times in so many ways. Something else that you guys might have to look for is this. You will notice that if your headset it's a little bit tilted forward, it might go blurry, but if you touch it and it goes up, all right, it's less blurry. So to adjust that, just adjust your strap, make it tighter. This part, most likely you guys will get that right. So you'll make it as tight enough for your head. Don't make it too tight, but make it tight enough for it to stay. And right here, this is just personal. Some of you might need it like almost all the way. So the more up you make this, like that, this will move like so, upwards. The looser that you make it, okay, the more loose, this will go down. So for most of you, that will fix any blur issues that you have with that. Just adjusting this. Never mind everything else that I showed you. This is the main thing people have to fix. Again, that's during the setup. It's even gonna show you on the screen how to do everything I'm showing you right now. So let's just take a look at the ports that you guys have here. We have our USB-C port. That's where you guys would charge it up. So that's on the side. You did get the cable. That's audio. If you guys have headphones, you don't need them. This has speakers already. Down here below, this to adjust this spacing, which we already did. These are your volume keys, so up and down. Right here, your power key. Everything else are sensors and lenses, you guys will notice. But actual ports, that's it. That's all you guys have. Audio, and right here, USB-C. Now let's take a look at your controllers. So your controllers, let me just show you how to take out the batteries before we activate them for the first time, where we just have to take this out. If you guys open this by just pressing here, just press on it, this will just come off. Then here are your batteries. You guys can just take them out. These are regular batteries. Let me just show you. Just use these for now, and then later on, go ahead and get some rechargeables. So to activate these controllers for the very first time, you would have to pull on these tabs. That will take this away, and that would make this contact happen. So right now, my controllers actually turned on for the very first time. That's how you guys can turn on your controllers, just by doing that. So again, if I didn't take out my battery, I just want to pull this. If you guys pull this hard enough, there we go. It's gonna activate. You guys will see that light go briefly on. That means it's turned on for the very first time. So right now they're activated and they're fully working. They're even synced right here with your MetaQuest by themselves. You don't have to do anything yourselves to sync them up. They are synced with this specific MetaQuest already. Now let's say you guys want to take this off because you're not gonna wear it around your wrist. Because the way that this works, let me just show you. Just take this out. This is just tape, by the way. You just pull here and put this around your wrist. This is for safety, because once you're playing, you might let go, then you won't go flying away. That said, you guys should buy a sleeve. There's some sleeves that come with a little strap here, and that's gonna help you just get a grip on it and not let go of it easily. I do have a video about that too, but that's different. That's something that you might want to get later on. And if you guys want to take this out, so the strap away, because this does become annoying after you get those type of skins, you guys can just pop this out like so. Just press that button, and then you guys can just slide it out. Watch. Just slide it out. And that's it. You guys can just put this back, close it up, it'll snap in, and you're done. So that's how you guys can take this out. Now to put it back in, it's gonna be the exact same thing. So to put this back in, go on, press on this button, open it up. Then you will notice this slides in like so. And you guys can just close it up and you're set. So you guys can always take this out and put it in. Depends on what you guys like. We're gonna leave it as is for now. Those are the basics for your controllers. Once you go into a game, it's gonna give you a tutorial of how to go about stuff. And once you go into your headset and set it up, once you put it on, it's also gonna tell you what to press. So just remember these keys right here. These are the main ones. Right here, we have buttons here. This usually to move around. Then you have these guys. And this would be your right and left. As you guys can see, if I put this on my right, it's not comfortable. So, but if you put it here, it's comfortable. That's how you know which one is right or left. Okay, you guys can also notice which one's right or left by these guys. So see these lines, 3 lines? That one's your left, and this one with the meta is gonna go on your right hand side. That's another way to know as well. You guys could grab the wrong one and start playing with it, but you guys will notice that it's more comfortable on this hand. So those are the basics when it comes down to your controllers. All right, so before we get started with anything powering this on for the very first time and all that, make sure your phone or your tablet where this is your Meta Horizon app is working, make sure that's on the same Wi-Fi network as this. Do not use a different Wi-Fi network because then it's just never gonna pair. So that's the main issue most people have when they're setting this up. They just forget which Wi-Fi network. Make sure they're both connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Then it's gonna work just fine. I'm gonna put my iPad there for a minute. Now I'm doing the rest on my iPad just because it's a bigger screen, easier for you guys to see. There's a lot of stuff that I won't be able to show you once you wear this because I can't record that. But I can tell you already what's gonna happen. We're gonna turn this on for the very first time. And once we are in the pairing process, it's gonna ask us for a code. Now, here's the trick. If you guys have your app turned on already and we just tap on pair headset, even before right here, we go into our headset and go on and connect it to our Wi-Fi. Automatically, once you connect to our Wi-Fi, because we're gonna have to do that when we have this on, then it's gonna know that there's a headset connected to the same Wi-Fi, and it's just gonna skip that code. You're just gonna go on with the whole process of the setup. And that's inside here, your headset. So we're gonna go on and power this on for the very first time. So to power it on for the very first time, just hold on here and then put it on. See that light? That means it's on. So right now, put it on. But before we put it on, just going to pair headset. So we have that ready. And if this was a 3S, we would choose the very first option. However, it's the 3. So we're gonna choose the second option. Then from here, it's gonna say connect Wi-Fi network, blah, blah. So right now, we're gonna do that. But just let this be on the side and then put on your headset. You guys should have heard that noise. It's working right now. And I'm just gonna describe what I see on my headset while we do this. Again, unfortunately, I can't show you what I'm looking at in my headset, but once you guys put it on, you guys should see a screen that's telling you to pull on the tabs to activate this, and just press A and X on it so it knows that it's working. You guys can just control it right now. So you guys should be able to see a arrow on the right hand side, and then just press this right here. Just press on it to tap on that arrow, then choose your language. So it's gonna ask you that. And you guys can only see that if you're wearing your headset right now. So go on and choose your headset just by pointing at it, then press on it, just tap there, and then the arrow, and then tap there. So we're tapping and we're selecting everything with this, okay? So again, I'm just pressing this to select things. Then it's gonna tell you to adjust your depth and all that stuff, which I already showed you how to do that. So right now would be the time to do so. If you guys see things blurry or anything like that, I'm just gonna go into continue just by pressing there. It's gonna tell you to adjust your fit. Again, we kind of already went over that, how to adjust that. And then you guys can just keep going next, 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 next. You guys can adjust your clarity, which I kind of already showed you guys that. Again, it's just your lenses, but make sure to adjust that if it's not 100%. Then don't do the QR code thing. That's gonna be your second option on your screen, your MetaQuest. Going to your first option, which says enter Wi-Fi network, just works better. And then just select your Wi-Fi network. Make sure it's the exact same one that you guys have on your phone or your tablet, whatever you're setting this up with. And then choose connect, put in your password. So you guys should see a screen with a keyword, okay? On that keyword, just type things in. So you're gonna type in whatever your password is for your Wi-Fi, and you're just selecting all the letters by just hovering over them with your controller and then just tapping here, okay? Pressing there, shouldn't say tap, pressing there. Once you tap on connect, it should connect to your Wi-Fi network. Once you guys have connected to your Wi-Fi network, you should be okay. Right here on our iPad, we should see that it will hook up. So it's gonna just automatically know that you're there, and then you're gonna be done with this thing. So I'm just pressing done on my screen. That's what I see on my headset. Right here, it's gonna say updating to the latest software, 6 minutes remaining. So at this point in time, we don't have to wear a headset for this, but yeah, for sure, 100% of you are gonna see that message on your MetaQuest. Not on your iPad, not on your phone. You're gonna see that if you put on your headset. Right now, you guys can actually take it off. You don't have to have it on your head for those 5 minutes. But if you guys want to, go ahead. Now, it's gonna tell you to continue setup on your phone or your tablet, but we already did that. I already showed you guys how to do that. So right now, you guys can just chill and wait 4 minutes for this update to be done. All right, so hopefully you took off your headset, you plugged it in while the update's happening. You don't really need to plug it in. Usually it's always recommended because your headset's not a full capacity battery. But once the update's done, it will play a sound. So you have to kind of be there at least and just wait for it to update. You guys can also wear a headset while this update's happening. No big deal. But just keep that in mind that you guys can always have it charging while that's happening. All right, so for the purpose of this video, what I did was wear the headset the entire time that it was updating. And on the screen itself, it did say restarting in 5, 4, 3. It did a countdown. And then we got to a black screen. Right now, you guys should see, if you're wearing your headset, the whole time you would have seen a logo saying MetaQuest, Horizon OS on it. Again, it's just restarting because an update has happened. Then on your screen, you will see something like a black screen, a little icon with an arrow pointing down, and it's just loading in the update. So right now it's technically installing the update. And you would only see this if you were wearing your headset the entire time. Again, you do not have to do that. I'm just running you through what I see right now on my headset while this is happening. After that, you would have seen the MetaQuest Horizon thing on it. You would have seen your controller updating. So they're gonna update by themselves. And you will see on your screen that's saying pair your headset with a Meta Horizon app to continue. So it's gonna tell you a code up there, okay? So the reason why you might not see anything popping up here or anything like that is only because everything's still updating. So even your controllers should be updating right now. And I could hear a sound right now. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a sound. It indicates that the update is fully done. We should see the headset. Once we put it on, we should see a code on our headset. We're just gonna go back on this and we're gonna choose 3. And we're just gonna make sure that we're connected to the same Wi-Fi network. So we're in fact in the same Wi-Fi network. Then what I did was go back, and right here on the top, I can see this, continue setting up MetaQuest 3. So we're gonna continue. So once we do that, just select enter Wi-Fi details on your headset, because that's exactly what we did. And right here, it's gonna tell us to continue setup. Just tap on continue setup. Right here, it's gonna look for your MetaQuest, and there's the pairing code. Again, usually it skips this part, but you guys should see a code on your screen. The code that I see would be 60052. Then it's gonna pair. So right now, you guys could actually even have your MetaQuest on like I do at this point, because I can actually see this, plus whatever it's showing there. It's saying pairing successful on my screen on MetaQuest, plus on my iPad, I can see that as well. So pairing successful, we can just continue on right here. It's saying to finish the setup. It's gonna give me the exact same code. So you guys will see that code on your MetaQuest if you put it on right now. But basically we just have to finish this up. So we're just gonna continue on. You guys can choose to share and not share things for Meta Horizon. I'm gonna share. Tracking, you guys will want that. So we're gonna enable that. And then on your screen, on your MetaQuest, you guys should see something saying like, welcome, and select here to start. But on your app itself, you will see this payment. You don't need to add anything, okay? So don't worry about that. And I do have to mention that there's a trial that's included with this if you guys want to do that. We're gonna go not now, and you're all set. So you guys can just close this. So right now, we're actually all done with the setup. And if you're watching this before you get your MetaQuest, and you haven't got it yet, you're just watching this before it, something you guys can do is get a referral from somebody else. So you guys get $30. Well, it's $35. I think in Christmas time, they give you like $70 towards games for your MetaQuest. And that's something that you guys can give also to others. So if you just go to these 3 lines down here below, and then just go into referrals, I'll just show you that. It's kind of hard to show you. Referrals, this is your referral link. And this is my referral link. So if you guys want to get those $35, you don't have a friend that has this already, use mine, but definitely contact your friend, your buddy, if he has one. Show him that he can actually give you a referral, get that referral, and you guys can only activate this before you set this up. So definitely apply the referral before you set it up. You guys can, even before you buy it, okay? If you guys are just making your account first, before you buy it, do that. If you guys are only looking at this after you set this up, you guys could contact MetaQuest right away and tell them that you want to apply your referral from somebody. You just forgot to. But it has to be right away. Within a week, I think, you guys can get away with it. But that's my referral for now. It changes over time. My referral will also be in the description of this video, plus in the comments area, so you guys can just click on it. But again, you guys can get it from a friend, and you guys can send it to your friends too if they're getting a MetaQuest 3. But as of now, you're pretty much done. If you put this on again, just hit the middle. So just select with this, okay? Tap there, and it's gonna take you to it. All right, so before I end this video, there is a tutorial on your MetaQuest that you guys can go throughout. That's something that you should be able to see right now on your screen. There's a tutorial how to use your menu, switching your surroundings, using your hands. We can always skip all that and then just get started. All right, so from there, you guys should have seen a video popping up if you skipped it or took the tutorials. I would have taken the tutorials if I were you. But after that, if you took the tutorials, it would tell you on the screen to press this button, your Meta button, okay? Or squeeze your fingers. You guys can also do that, but most games right now, you need your controllers. You can't just use your hands. For your menus and stuff like that, you guys can use your hands right now without your controllers. But for most games, you guys will need your controllers. So right now on your screen, you're all set. You guys can go on and download any free games. I make sure if you guys did use my referral, tell me so I can gift you a game, any game that you guys want. It doesn't matter. Just tell me who you are so I can take a look if you guys did use my referral. The setup is pretty much done. If you guys have any comments or questions, make sure to write them down here below in the comments area. And again, make sure to tell me if you guys use my referral so I can send you a game for free. I will be doing some streams on my account right here on YouTube to do those giveaways. But as far as this video goes, we're all done. Again, if you guys have questions, comments, you guys can write down in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.